I have this pre-made pizza dough. Now we're going to knead it out on this counter, but first we have to sprinkle the counter with flour, else you're just going to end up with dough sticking to your counter, and then the recipe's all full of shit. So my flour, then I'm just going to knead the dough. This is kneaded out. It's nice and soft. I've covered it in a little bit of flour, the residual flour off the bottom of this table. Grab my rolling pin. And now you just want to roll it out into a square. If it's sticking a little bit to the bottom, just flip it, take some more of your flour, sprinkle it on the actual piece of dough. You could pretzelize any dough. All you really need is water and baking soda. And that's what we're going to do with this pizza dough. Well, I've rolled it out to about 1/4 inch thick. I saw this on someone else's video. I don't know who it was, but what they did to get their football shapes, they took a regular cookie cutter, this is a circular cookie cutter, and you bent it so that it turned into a football shape. So that's basically a shape of a football, right? That's it. Grab yourself a knife. You want to cut the pizza dough into 4 equal squares. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly equal, just try and do it the best you can. So we end up with 4 kind of equal shapes. You take your football shaped cookie cutter that we just fashioned together, and what you want to do is you want to place it in the center of only 2 of the squares that we just cut. And you want to gently press down without cutting a shape out of the dough so that you see a shape where you're going to place the hot dog and the mustard. Go ahead and do that over 2 of them, because the other 2 we're going to use to put on top. We got to cook our hot dogs. So we got hot dogs right over here. You want to cut them in half and then butterfly them, and then we're going to lightly fry them on the pan so they get a bit of a crust, and we just kind of cook them through and through. I don't know if you guys know this, but you can eat hot dogs raw. I wouldn't suggest it, so don't do it. But in a survival situation, you definitely could eat hot dogs raw. This would be a really good opportunity to preheat your oven to 450 degrees Fahrenheit. Egg, which is also known as nature's glue. When it cooks, it fuses things together. Crack an egg, scramble that bad boy up, and this will be our glue for our pretzel pockets. I can't stress this enough. If you don't have ballpark mustard, or if you don't like ballpark mustard, you could use any mustard. You could use Dijon, you could use old-fashioned honey mustard. It's really up to you. But you take a teaspoon and just put it in the center of the football cutout. It's gonna spread as it cooks because the heat will make it go all the way around. And ideally what we're looking for is an even distribution of mustard around the hot dog inside the pretzel pocket. Then take your hot dog, the one that I have here, which I browned, and put it in the center of the cutout. You want to take your egg wash and you want to paint the exterior of the cutout just beyond where the cut marks are so that it's kind of bleeding into the actual piece of dough. And like I said, when we put this together, that's what's going to help fasten it, and it's going to maintain our pocket. Put this uncut piece of dough over the other piece. We're going to maintain the shape perfectly because we're going to cut it out over it. So that's what we got first. You see how there's a bump there? Watch, putting this directly in the center of it. Now that our football pretzels are shaped, you want to put them on a baking tray and into the fridge while we get on our baking soda and water mixture. This is 4 cups of water, and this is 1/3 cup of baking soda. So add that in there. You want to stir it up until basically you don't see any more powder or clumps or chalkiness. It looks like we've achieved our rolling boil. That is rolling and boiling. Now we want to just turn it down to low, like super low, like the lowest it can get. So just with a knife, lightly make the laces. You don't want to cut into this, you just want it to basically be indented. Okay, our water's done. Now we're gonna dip these bad boys in the water for 30 seconds each and then put them back on this tray. Take your football pocket, put it on a slotted spoon, and then dip it in the water for about 30 seconds. I got some coarse rock salt over here. So just take your salt and sprinkle it over each pretzel, kind of in the middle where the laces would be. Put them in the oven for 18 minutes. Maybe your oven's different than mine, in which case you gotta eye it. And you gotta see if it turns brown like a pretzel, it's done. Done. These bad boys came out awesome, right? Little footballs. I hope you like these pretzel footballs because it's really cool for the Super Bowl. It's a great snack idea, super easy, and you know, be a little creative. You could stuff the inside of the pretzels with other things. If you don't want hot dogs, you could put bacon inside, ground beef. Really, like, it's just a basic recipe for pretzel pockets. Leave a comment in the section below. Let me know if there's anything you want me to try and make. Maybe I could put a cool spin on it. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be putting out a lot more cooking videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Thejoshelkin, and follow me on Snapchat, Mookie Guapson. I snap every single day, and I also answer almost every single one of my snaps. So have yourself a good day. I'm going to enjoy this pretzel pocket with extra mustard right now. Peace.